Okay, we're on our 5th video for the 9th BeadALong. By the way, I'm keeping notes because otherwise I'll forget all this. All right, so you've done your 2 rows of the blue, okay? And I've gone a little farther than that so that I can keep up with you guys and you can keep up with me. So what I want you to do next is we're going to do a little bit different of a crown or a piqué, or depending on, again, who you talk to how these are, what these are called and how these are done. So you see these, we did this one on the back. Now on the front, and you've kept your place so it's nice and tight in all the right spots. Okay, so what you're going to do is when you start your round this time, we're going to use white, okay, and it's going to look like you're starting right here, okay. You're going to add 1 and then add another. So fill in 2 downs and go through 2 ups. Now, instead of adding another one, you're going to go through the 1 down, okay? And if you see me wiggle, that's to get the needle to go through. Sometimes this is a tight fit. You've got 2 or 3 threads going through these little tiny beads. And then move to the top. So you're going to have 2, a space, 2, a space. Okay, and I want you to do that all the way around. So I'm going to show you where to put this one again. Okay, so we've done the 2. We're going to move down 1 and then up 1. So we're skipping this stitch. Okay, make sure you keep pulling it tight. Don't forget to keep your alignment right if it's still a little tiny loose, which by this point it really shouldn't be much loose. You're going to do 2. Okay, then you're going to skip. So you're going to go down 1 and up 1. Now again, I always put my finger over so that it doesn't snag as much. Pull it tight. So you're going to do this all the way around. Now, even though we worked really hard on our count, you will be 1 off. Okay, so on the very last one, what you're going to do is just put 1 so it blends in. And you'll see all the way around. Okay, so I'm going to have you pause it now so that you can do that row of white and start back up again once you're done with that. So go ahead and give it a pause. And welcome back. Okay, so you should have this set of white done. You should have 2, skip, 2, skip all the way around, and then 1 in the last little crown here. We're going to go ahead and move over this time to your first set of 2 white ones. Okay, so see where my thread's coming out right here, and we're going to add, actually I'm going to add one of the white from the 11s. And the reason I changed my mind is because, again, this is practice, but when I picked up this bead, I realized that, see how that space is quite a bit more than that bead? And we want to look filled in. We don't want a whole bunch of thread showing. Now look at the space. Okay, so we're going to use the white 11s for the top of our peak. And what that'll do is, as I tighten that up, see how that fills that space in really nice. Okay, so now we're going to go around, again, just following the thread. The path that you've already gone. So I went through this one, and now I'm going to go up. You do not necessarily need to do it at the angle. You can go 1 bead at a time. This is practice. This is where I can feel the beads and see where when I get to the eye, I kind of wiggle a little bit, and that works it through. Then I'm going to add 1 right in between the 2 white beads to give it that nice little peak. Pull it tight. And see, even I get little snags. Okay, pull it tight. And you can see the 2 that we've done. All right, so I'm going to move it over to the next set. So if you're going one bead at a time, you just kind of have to move the bead. Watch your angle. See how I'm angling? Kind of up. And yes, if you've got thinner needles, you can use thinner needles, which will make it a little easier to go through. However, be very careful because when you use the thinner needles, they have a tendency to break, which, okay, so the needle breaks. But what sometimes happens is the tip or a part of the needle breaks in your beadwork, and getting that out is very hard. So we're going to follow all the way around and just continue to go all the way around, adding your 11-0 white to in between each one of the two white crowns. Oh, and I don't know if you just saw what I did. Oftentimes, if you get a snag, the first thing you should do and the best thing you can start with is to pull back and then pull again. Sometimes it's just because too many layers were trying to go through the beads. It's sometimes just that simple. So always start by pulling back first and then going forward again. Okay, so we're going to go all the way around. All right, I am going to keep this video short. What I want you to do is go all the way around, and then I will show you what to do next on the next video. See you then.